Now listen, you and Tully, obviously, you're in WWF in 1989. Did you ever talk to Flair about this rivalry at all, about Funk and him?
No, there were no cell phones and stuff like that.
Sure.
You weren't going to be on the phone in those days, but you got it through the grapevine. Like after they would have a big show, we would just, anybody hear what the other guys did last night, and somebody would have it through the grapevine. Once they got home, somebody that went to the show would call somebody else who went to, had a line with somebody in the other company, and it was one of those type deals.
Okay. Well, listen, finally, we're going to talk about the stud stable in WCW, led by Colonel Robert Parker. The group included Bunkhouse Buck, Jimmy Golden, Meng, Terry Funk, and you, after you turned on Dustin Rhodes at Bash at the Beach 1994. We're going to get there as we continue to go through your career. But this would lead to the stud stable taking on Dusty, Dustin, and the Nasty Boys in the War Games as part of Fall Brawl 94. But before the War Games, the stud stable conducted an interview as part of the September 17th, 1994 Saturday Night Show. And then they had a warm-up match. And in our fifth clip of the week, let's take a look at this segment from Saturday night. Here we go.
What's your blood pressure?
Well, my blood pressure's perfect.
What about your heart?
Well, you're asking me about my heart. My heart's in perfect condition.
And your health in general. How's your health in general?
Why are you asking me all these questions? What are you getting to here?
I'll tell you what I'm getting to. Just before we went on the air, I was handed a note from the executive board here at World Championship Wrestling. And Robert Parker, Colonel Robert Parker, I want to paraphrase what they have said. Coming up at Fall Brawl, the War Games, Ming no longer will be allowed to wrestle in your foursome. And instead, they have ordered the directive.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that he's not in the... I know he's in there. We know.
Take a look right there. Read that. Colonel Parker, they have instructed us that you're going to be the fourth man in this group.
I don't even know no pair of cards. I'm no professor. Let's reread that on. Okay.
Take a look at it. There's 3 paragraphs.
Oh, my face flushing red. Oh, no.
Don't look good at all.
Oh, my heart.
Don't look good.
Get home.
Arn Anderson.
Now, who pulled this coup off? Who pulled this coup off, Kid Uncle?
Come on, this man is out of control. Won't you touch me? I'll get lawyers. You have screwed up the hornet's nest. And we are back. 8-man tag team action coming your way. And this one is going to blow the roof off the Worldwide Arena here at Disney MGM, Bobby.
Let me get something straight now. At War Games, we're going to see 2 rings.
That's right.
8 men.
Absolutely.
With a steel cage over both rings with a top on it.
Boy, you've been paying attention.
Well, I want to see something like that. I've never seen a match like this. This is like 8 wild animals in a kennel, right?
This, well, I wouldn't call it a kennel.
Well, that's what it is. They can't get in or out.
It's going to be a tremendous, tremendous event, and I can't wait to see Dusty Rhodes and Colonel Parker and Terry Funk and the whole crew. Hey, and don't forget Arn Anderson and Dustin Rhodes.
Well, that's gonna be the turning point right there. How is Dustin gonna really be able to do teamwork? Is Dusty Rhodes gonna be able to do teamwork? Or when they see Arn Anderson, are they gonna snap?
It's just gonna be a brawl, that's all.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch this to see toe holds and arm bars, forget it.
Terry Taylor tags in, Steve Collins checks out. Collins did very well for himself. You know, he's a lifeguard. See him every once in a while out there around the Baywatch set. He's a great athlete. Arn Anderson, though, he's spending all his time mouthing at the crowd. What's that about? Hey, did you see Parker? Did you look at the eyes of Colonel Parker? He's scared to death.
Well, of course. The man's in it. He's not even in the wrestling tights. And they force him into something like this, he could get hurt.
Look at him. He knows it's going to be shake and bake time this weekend at Fall Brawl as Arn Anderson pummels Terry Taylor. Taylor backed into the corner.
What are you saying, that the Colonel could be extra crispy or original, right?
Yeah, I think he's going to be cooked one way or the other. Arn Anderson driving shoulders into the lower abdomen of Terry Taylor. Referee trying to get him out of the corner, but Arn Anderson, I've said this before, knows more ways to break more bones than anybody in the sport of professional wrestling.
I think Ming's got a few ideas.
Wait, there's Dusty Rhodes.
Hey, Kotapaka! Kotapaka, brother, it's a pride shame. I'm here in my rocking chair with my boys. Nasty boys. Talking about my main man, my son, Dusty Rhodes. You know what? I'm rocking and rolling right here. It's a shame, Kotapaka. You now in the war games? You now inside? Oh, my Lord, all I need is this rocking chair, brother, because yours is mine. You better have a tolerance to pay turf for. Arn Anderson, we all gonna put you in a rocking chair right down. Look at him. Look at him. He decided to bring him out of here. We be out there, war games. We be out there. Yeah, I'm resting. I'm resting. Yeah, we resting, Neston. Yeah, baby. We're alive. We got him now. War game. Let me get up here. Let me at him. Calm down. Come on, man. Whoa.
I love it. Dusty Rhodes, the Nasty Boys, Dustin Rhodes. They are right. Hey, you saw what happened the last time Dusty Rhodes brought a chair to the ring. Remember that with Ming?
Oh, yes. I remember that.
I love it.
Now, was that Dusty Rhodes sitting in that chair, or was that Fred Sanford in a cowboy hat?
Hey, it was Dusty Rhodes. He is ready.
Well, he better get a sidecar for that rocking chair to put his punk kid in it, and he better get a U-Haul trailer to put the Nasty Boys in. He thinks he's going to get by Arn Anderson, Bunkhouse Buck, and Terry Funk, and Colonel Parker. He's badly mistaken.
But wait a minute. You saw the look on Colonel Parker's face. He's scared to death. And I'll tell you what, Terry Funk didn't look like the epitome of confidence either.
Well, every time a Funk sees a Rhodes or a Rhodes sees a Funk or an Anderson, they just lose all track of what's going on. They snap. But I'll tell you something. I'm not concerned about the Colonel getting hurt, because he's going to come up with something. He's a very, very smart man, and he'll always have the last laugh on you.
I can't wait. We're going to hear from Hulk Hogan. He's got a big surprise for Ric Flair, an announcement for Ric Flair. That's coming up at Fall Brawl this weekend. Ric Flair, of course, is going to be, he's going to have to respond. You've got this double cage family feud going on. We've got a heck of an 8-man tag team main event right here on Worldwide. This is too good to be true.
Well, that's why we're number one, Schiavone. Oh,
Schiavone?
You guys told me your hair to say, but I can't tell you apart.
Tag is made. Bunkhouse Buck checks in. Irish whip.
You're a lot younger, though.
Well, he's taller than I am, too. Big right hand from Bunkhouse Buck. And now Parker gets in.
Put the boots on,
Oh, yeah. We're going to see what he's all about.
Kick him in the gizzard.
Hey, last time I saw him in a ring, he was in a chicken suit.
Well, now you're seeing him again.
Oh, look at this.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's a man.
Take a look
Ladies and
at that,
gentlemen,
Colonel
here
Sanders.
are your winners. Colonel Robert Parker's stud stable of Terry Funk, Bunkhouse Buck, and the enforcer, Arn Anderson.
I'm not going to take anything away from their opponents, but Anderson, Funk, Ming, Bunkhouse Buck, wait till they get in the ring with the Rhodes and the Nasty Boys. It's going to be an entire...
Arn, that was fun. From the promo at the beginning to the match. Road Dogg, he was in the match too. What did you think about that? I mean, do you have any memories of your time working with Terry in the stud stable?
It was limited. It was just a few times. It wasn't very long, but when you're up on the apron watching him do all that stuff, it's even crazier than when you're watching on TV or sitting in the audience. You could just tell nobody was home. You look at those eyes and nobody there. And was a blessing, I guess, and maybe a curse sometimes. Who knows?
That was a lot of fun, and as I said, we could spend the end of the year till the end of the year speaking about Terry Funk, and we just really scratched the surface today. But wanted to give you the opportunity, Arn, to watch some fun clips and talk about a little bit of his history and the impact that he had on the business.